Did I just crashed? Oh, come on.
The stream?
Sorry for the crash, everyone.
The computer did it or the stream?
The stream crashed.
Oh dear.
The stream crashed for a second.
He said it's just for a second.
We had a blip.
It was a glitch in the Matrix. Oh
We went from 3 hours to 0.
no! They just don't want to pay up for long streams, I guess.
And all of a sudden, I have 1 million people here.
42. That's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
We're gonna be lynched.
I'm just amazed at how many people are just lurking, listening.
Thank you, everybody who's here.
I know.
I think everybody coming in crashed my stream.
People are lurking here. And
So many. It's wonderful, actually.
Right now, the count I can see, and it's not always accurate, is 42.
It is the count I see as well.
no.
She knows.
It's
Thank you.
42, and then it dropped down to 11. Right
Oh
now.
yeah, I just saw that. Yeah.
Oh, it's back up to 42.
Yeah.
Twitch
That's
doesn't know what.
That's why we just assumed.
Twitch
it
can't
was
handle
people.
the many. They can't handle me having a large stream.
I know.
1 million people are coming in. Thank you, everybody who's coming in. I appreciate it. I love you all.
And now it's going up again.
That's gone back down. 14.
No, it was 11. Now it's up to 14.
Thank you, everybody who's here. Thank you, all you lurkers. Lurkers are wonderful. Thank you for joining me. And my
You know you're
review,
AD
not
when you
review,
bring your
of Crying
bear.
Freeman.
I have to admit, I'm not as fond of this team because of all the heavy shading silliness.
Oh, the darken that they. Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
I think it's a different team if I remember correctly. Because remember, this took years.
This was the second. This was. Oh, we're definitely. I think this is like the 4th team. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think.
Even the lead artist had changed.
Mm.
Okay, so the slight changes in art style wasn't just me.
Oh, no.
No, that's not you. No. Even like the cover that I have is like one of the teams, like not even the early teams, one of the later teams. Because for a while they had him looking like Bruce Lee, and then they had him looking like a few other people. The first episode, I think it was the original artist.
Originally, he looked kind of like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
When I popped in.
He's slowly but surely becoming
Burn,
Americanized.
burn. Just the inferno. You're burning your bear, dude. Are you blind? Because my tattoo is my tattoo.
Turning into the picture you have up there.
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
Welcome to my lair. Bad guys check in, but they don't check out. I betrayed you because he's more handsome. No regrets.
But yeah, the heavy shading,
Yeah.
the line shading as opposed to the block shading that they normally do for anime. I think is really like a little disconcerting.
Mm.
And most of it doesn't make sense because it looks like they've been beaten up or something like that.
Yeah. Or they're missing facial parts. For some of the extras.
Yeah.
End of the bit.
It feels out of place in this art style. Like I like it in Todd McFarlane, like Spawn. He uses kind of line shading
Yes.
and stuff, but yeah. But he has more of a comic book background where they do use
Mm.
a lot of line shading.
Yeah.
Well, it's the inkers. Inkers take over, and they do that. But
Yeah.
it's anime. They or even in mangas, they rarely do that.
Yeah.
They like to keep
No, you
everything
don't.
pretty clean. I'm even trying to think if they did that with
Speechifying! What?
well Takahashi didn't do a lot of it, so she did most of the anime work as well as the mangas. For like Rama or Lam or Inuyasha.
What's the matter, princess?
Like you could even see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll change.
Yeah.
All the pretty fires gone.
Mm-hmm. Mystical mojo weirdness.
Oh yeah, I like that. Get those hand movements
And
going.
now I approach my final form.
He's over 9,000. Oh, no, sorry, that's Dragon Ball.
Yeah. You think he really cares?
His bear got burnt.
I know. You don't burn my bear and I just put up with it. I just every time this sequence happens, all I can think of is Cat's Girdle without string.
Well, he's got those long, sharp fingernails. It's like amazing he hasn't cut his hands all up with those maneuvers. So you managed to get your shirt off again.
Again. I forgot they did that.
Nobody expected it.
No, the whole blood gush out of the body thing. It's just so of the time.
It didn't age well, but it's still good.
Never mind. I guess they're not thinking. Poor bear. Of course you don't. You're the trophy bad guy.
Listen, did you read the script? I'm the hero.
Now.
We know how this ends.
Let's not break fourth wall.
I think of movies like Enter the Dragon when I see this, because like all they did was run the cameras. A lot of those people really wanted to basically either beat up or kill Bruce Lee. And so he was actually fighting them. And they just ran the camera. Keep rolling.
We have to listen to the bad dialogue. Come on.
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt that dialogue. He got a lot taller.
Perspective. I know what that style of sword is called, and I can't think of it right now.
Oh.
You gonna walk it off, bub?
Yeah. Oh, now he's charging him like he did him. Hey! Into the ravine!
No. Nothing of consequence was lost.
Between the two of them is he's got a. There's an organization they have to run. So like if he dies, she'll still run it, right?
Yeah, she's really the boss. He's just the muscle.
Because somebody wants some time with you. Quality time.
He's not laughing now.
Fairy sparkles.
Getting home from my wife and kids.
Look at that silly man. Throwing a perfectly good weapon away in a ravine. Dragon son gets fed again. And then the pastels. Out of nowhere!
Here we do charcoal art. Hey, we get to work all the many styles that we did back in art class.
Alright. Last disc. Stop. Eject.
Yep, we got some ads.
Oh, perfect timing. Abduction and shakedown. Doing it old school from actual DVDs. Okay, let's think about this a little. So, should you maybe remind people about your prediction stream at a time like this? Or are you too busy fiddling with things?
Well, I wanted to wait till the ads were over.
Oh, they're not over yet.
But they're probably over now.
Yep, they're over. At least for me.
Okay. It is the 29th.
Mm.
It is.
You did it again. It is not the 29th. New Year's Eve is the 30th.
Is the 30th.
The 30th.
Oh my God.
3-0.
New Year's Eve, which is a Saturday. We are going to be doing a
special stream.
A special short stream, maybe.
Well, since nobody sent us any predictions, it's only going to be ours at this point. So yeah, I would say it'll be short.
It's going to take as long as it takes. People can put their predictions in, or they can come in and chat their predictions. Either way is fine.
Yeah, or they could just listen to us spout off like usual.
We are going to make predictions for 2024.
You keep doing this. You keep misleading people. You came up with this harebrained scheme of what kind of predictions we would hope people would give us.
Yes.
And that is?
It is the darkest timeline.
Yes, their darkest timeline 2024.
Yeah, your darkest timeline 2024. Not necessarily my darkest timeline 2024. But
you're going to have your own
predictions.
List of
I will definitely have my darkest predictions.
Darkest of the dark.
Predictions for 2024. And that's where we're going to be.
Are you going to attack the darkness?
I'm going to tap the darkness.
Roll for initiative.
I want to cast Magic Missile.
Your sorcerer of light.
I am Golstat, Sorcerer of Light. Then why'd you have to cast Magic Missile?
I'm just queuing it up. Keep rambling.
Okay, we gotta keep rambling. Okay.
Ramble.
I'm going to be doing a real soon. I don't know when yet. I can't predict it. But a model. I'm going to be doing an art stream where I do the model
For that particular stream.
for the stream, and it's going to be a Zoltar arcade machine with Q inside as Zoltar.
And who's going to be in the crystal ball?
And since Figgy's going to be joining me, Figgy's going to be in a crystal ball because we are going to be predicting everything.
Yes. Sweetie, what do you want?
And
it
should be a good time. So
a good time will be had by all, whether you want it or not.
yeah, so it is going to be December 30th, New Year's Eve.
Yes. Do you remember what time?
No, I forgot the time. What time?
I gotta find a calendar. Give me a second here. I decided to throw everything so I can get everything closer.
Because everything is.
We still haven't picked a
organized.
time because it's still not written down.
We're going to probably do it Eastern Standard Time, early in the morning.
Are you trying to kill me?
No.
I am not a lark. You know this. 20 years.
What time will work for you, Piggy?
You're not off that day.
I am not off that day.
So 11D?
11D sounds like a plan.
Alright, 11 a.m., which is for UTC. I'm going to write it down. You sure about 11D?
Yeah, let's do 11.
It's
Let's
still
do 11.
morning.
Let's do 11 o'clock, still in the morning. Not early morning, late morning. For a noontime prediction. And the predictions that we make for 2020, that's 9 o'clock for you? Ooh, that's early.
Is that too early?
Is that too early for you?
Well, if we're only going to be doing like a half an hour of prediction.
Breakfast with the beans?
And you can always watch the video on, that other video place. Because
you could say it. Later. You could say that. You could say that place.
Tube of Use.
Yeah, the use of tubes.
Yeah, it'll be available there. And then next year on New Year's Eve,
yes,
we'll be doing a recap to see which of the Darkest Timeline predictions actually came true or not, and which might have come dangerously close.
Exactly. That's what we're
so yeah, so I can actually put this on a calendar now. So that's good. I have a time.
And you have a time now.
The day before the Friday, we are moving Diggies to Friday because you keep getting held at work for the overnight, and then you're due not together to do it on Thursday. So 2 p.m. Diggy on Friday.
And that's why it works on Saturday morning for us, because I can't be held.
Yeah, because he's off. Because that's how it works at work. All right, so I am queued up.
You're queued up. We are ready to roll. The last 2 episodes of Crying Freeman.
Original animation. Okie dokie. So, I'm live. It's there. Push this little triangle button.
Let's go!
We don't have the same liney shady, but we still have shady.
Yeah, the inker went a little crazy. But see, yet another team of artists.
I know.
Amazing how that worked.
Mm-hmm. And for anybody who's just dropping in, we are watching this on Q's Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And I will drop that in the channel. And you can hop on into the Discord and then go down to movie night. Yeah, you can even see when they do some of the flashbacks, the art differences. Wait, why does this have subs?
Is it in English?
It is,
And I don't know
but
why
I
it
didn't
has
tell it to do subs. Whatever. We probably should have done subs in case anybody wasn't hearing full. I didn't even think of accessibility. Oh, I'm a bad
And
trainer.
it's completely different from what they're actually saying too. I love it.
Probably because it's a direct translation from the original. That happens sometimes with mixed language. Yeah, because they're very
It's more accurate.
yeah.
Yeah, this is back in the time when we took a lot of liberties.
Yep.
I mean, it's only recently where people have really cared about the authenticity of.
Translations, yeah. Yeah. I like to listen to things in the language they were created for and just have the English subs, yeah. But we didn't know what our audience base was gonna be, so we just thought it was better to err on the side of English.
Same here.
But yeah, it does give you a very different perspective.
And just so everybody knows, I think 42 is my largest group of people
Well, it's the largest number I've seen
viewing
in
the
our
stream.
since you had me as a sidekick stream.
I don't think I've ever broke 30 before.
No, there's nothing wrong with having a new record.
42 is the answer.
42 is the answer.
We almost one of the first houses we looked at when we were looking to buy was a 42, and it was so tempting.
Yeah, we almost did.
But the basement was way too wet, and we found out that they had buried a creek when they developed the area back in the day and did not plumb it. So everybody's basements are
Pretty much right through our property.
Yeah. Because somebody that he worked with actually owned the house behind that house, and they said that their cellar flooded all the time.
Like not even during rainy season.
Yeah, it didn't even have to rain hard. Because we don't have enough chicks.
Gotta make the harem grow.
But now we have even more glass. I'm telling you, whoever did this definitely had a glasses fetish. And I know contacts really weren't a thing back then, but there are so many characters that are constantly in glasses or sunglasses in this. Constantly.
I think it was the original artist.
Yes. I'm pretty sure. Of course, I still haven't organized the library to look at the originals that I have. Well, not the originals, my trades, but still.
But I do know, like in the 60s and 70s, glasses and cigarettes were like the two biggest things.
Oh, yeah. Well, I even mentioned cigarettes. What was it, episode 1?
Yeah. The two biggest things. I think it's crazy that there's still subtitles.
Well, like I said, I didn't click on it, so whatever.
And she's a computer.
Yeah, somebody made that comment about AI writers. They're like, computers used to be human too. I just feel sorry for this character because they can never draw her upright. She's always get that 3/4 angle body thing.
Well, and one hip higher than the other.
That's yes.
Yeah.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let's go.
It's her sister. How crazy do you have to be to want to
Finish
hang
that.
out in a garbage bag until somebody jumps on you to come out with knives? Yeah, but neither are you.
Chocolate Doom!
You know, after like the first few bullets, you'd think he'd stop shooting the guy.
Well, they hired a blind guy so then he wouldn't be traumatized from the murder.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. I mean, I understand, like, you know, you hit the guy a few times and he's dead, but, like, do you have to keep plugging bullets into him? He's not that much of a wall.
Just to be sure.
Make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Stranger is my mental twin.
I think so.
Well, at least his eyebrows don't look like somebody didn't finish them. That was bugging me the last disc. I think we're still dealing with TRSs here.
I couldn't tell if it was an Apple or a...
Oh wait, that's
That's a Mac window.
a Mac window.
So it's an Apple 2E or 2C.
Could be a 2 pot. No, pluses were still Mac in the box.
HD in the corner.
Oh, did it? See, brand. We got a brand, and I missed it because I was turning around to look at you because that's the only way you're gonna hear my voice, like an idiot.
So when this first aired, they must have had like Macintosh commercials on like constantly.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Mac too. I learned to program initially on a
An Apple A2, yeah.
Yep.
Or no, not an A2. What was the one after that?
2 E's? Or was there something in between? I had
2C. There's a 2C and a 2E.
I
I'm
had the 2E
familiar.
when we
Yeah,
met.
something like that.
Yeah. So it's like an
Because-
Apple 2C.
Yeah,
Or
oh
I.
yeah, the I, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the I.
Oh, my shoulder.
It is 88, so
Let me touch the part that hurts.
pain is only in your mind.
That's not how fingers look when you type. Yeah, the loss of touch typing, that's another skill that's getting lost.
Oh, yeah.
It came up in a thread the other day.
Because it's now swiping. Swipe typing.
Or letting the autofill do it. The autofill never knows what I want to say. Oh, that's right, she's the Phoenix, isn't she? Yeah.
Mhm. She's the burning chicken. Burning chicken!
She's the Jean Grey. She's even got. Never mind.
I showed you my boobies. Show me yours.
She had time to paint her nails. Oh wait, that's just the lighting. Yeah. And those horrible cross shades are back. No.
That cross shading, I think, is right out of the manga. I think they copied it right from the manga itself, where there's no visuals on the eyes. It's all dark.
So at the time. Tasty.
Or you'll watch me chop this head of.
Their form of meditation is obsessive compulsive chopping. The music changed. Must be a bad person.
It's Chin reborn. Shin, right? Ah, the plane comes and grabs it. Of course you do.
What? That's totally not.
He's got to say, "I know."
I love you. Please be careful. Obviously.
I'm on a hook on a plane.
Now they started using the hyperreal for this.
It's a completely different team.
Yeah. Just for that cityscape alone.
And they're definitely using a lot of panels from the manga.
Oh yeah.
Floppy disk. Floppy
3.5.
disk.
I still have my 3.5 lemmings. It was for my Apple.
I watched a documentary.
A bunch of discs.
Do you? That's awesome.
Unfortunately, a lot of our data discs were the cheap kind, and they did not age well in storage.
I watched a documentary on the last Blockbuster.
Okay, when you just said that, I heard Daki.
Dakimakura. My Dakimakura is on the last Blockbuster.
I can totally see somebody using a Daki, though, like, as the spokesperson in the documentary.
He just shot Cookie Monster. What's wrong with him? They're a monster.
Who knows? I miss this. feel sorry for the poor schlep that has to put all of the figures in the lily pads for them to shoot.
Yeah. I forgot if she did the villainous laugh. Did she?
Not exactly.
Darn. I love the villainous laugh. I can't do it. Never mind. Everybody laughs.
He laughed, the toaster laughed, we shot the toaster.
You shot the toaster, yeah.
Oh, dude, no way. Heels would be just cracked open.
The plane was going probably 310 miles an hour because that's the slowest you can go when you're landing. He still has soles on his shoes.
Not quite a 3-point, but given the wind shear, we'll give him a 6 out of 10.
That's the image she found.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Keithing in the hyperrealism garbage again. Sis!
She's back. Better than ever.
Michelangelo.
Rambo's.
Did you first blood? Did you first blood?
Mm.
Oh, sis, don't be scared. I'm too slow. There are worse ways to die. Death by booby. Yeah, it's a couple of them. One or two. Well,
Boys don't have good toys. They don't stick around.
I do want one of those. I want a hang glider that looks like a dragon.
It wasn't on your wish list. What'd you expect?
I'm gonna have to put that on my throne. That tail probably like tosses you all over the place when you're trying to hang glide though. Boobies!
It is interesting
I love how
watching.
their name is kidnappers. Or
Yes, exactly. But I love how the glassware has literally shown how much time has passed
Oh,
from the start of the animation
To
because
now.
they're keeping them current.
well, this ran until like 94 and there's only 6 episodes. So that tells you
Yeah.
from 88 to 94.
I know the puffy shirts are, the front tuck puffy look was in, but man, it doesn't do him any favors. I almost made a crack about her fingers are about as good as AI is doing these days. Oh wait, I just did.
Yeah, it ran until 94, from 88 to 94.
Yeah. It was definitely her 94 sunglasses she's wearing.
I definitely know they ran out of material like almost right away. So
Mm. Wow, what a change in translation. miss my summer.
So if we could have actually played this on stream, well, other than the copyright, barring copyrights, but we could have played this on stream like a week ago.
Just missed the adult cutoff.
I just realized how difficult tattoos were to draw back then.
Especially in movement.
Because it still looks like it's a like a snake wrap as opposed to a tattoo on her body.
I just fell on it, I swear.
Now that's a quote. My heart's not in it, blood don't flow. But also, if there was a huge picture of me crying, I think I'd have trouble getting an erection. Even her glasses changed.
Do I have to explain to her she's on the wrong side?
She types really funny. Even if she was single finger typing, it's still kind
I've
of.
seen nail typists and they don't type like claws. I like what Messi plays much as the next person, but a lily pad, really?
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, almost. They were close.
So close.
Kid.
Kid's gonna kid. She's still on the wrong side.
Gotta flip him over.
I mean, at least if she hadn't sitting up, there was a chance, but.
I don't think she understands how sex works. That is a hell of a castle, I have to admit. I've seen a lot of castles in my day, and
You're gonna do that.
I don't know if it's just reputed.
Hmm?
I don't know if he's just reputed to be the greatest assassin in the world. I mean, he did some things.
He's seen some things.
He's seen some things. I don't know. All right. The A team has finally arrived.
I know, right?
B team couldn't get the job done.
Dragon tattoo originally holding a bunch of knives, and now it's holding a bunch of guns.
Yeah, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. That's why she's the leader.
But she jiggles.
I would have aced jiggle physics in college. Larry Book. I'll give the artist one thing, some real big credit here.
Mm.
She can hold the sword now. I guess that's the evolution, After not being able to hold a sword, you just turn around a bunch of times.
Mm. Who needs a wetsuit?
When you're already wet, you don't need a wetsuit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was in her wetsuit, but man.
This is one of the things that always cracks me up about when they try to have big-breasted women do the laser things. It does not work like that.
Yeah, it's time to go over, not under.
Butts are bad enough to deal with. You don't want butts and boobs. Yep. Tran fail. Translation fail.
She could do it. If anybody could do it, she could do it. Yeah, she might not be able to bend the door, but man, those bricks would go. They would crumble. I think that bolt's gonna stop her.
It's so adorable when you try to go back as for me. See, I miss this. I love every time Sign embraces her in the manga.
Mm-hmm.
It's always so endearing.
He's cheating!
Mm-hmm.
Larry Buck, how could you?
Mm-hmm. Loves this.
Yeah, they didn't stand a chance. The elites of the elites.
Finish it.
And we all live happily ever after.
Well, that castle ever do to anybody? The castle didn't deserve that.
That is not the way you hold a gun. I just want to say that.
Definitely not in high heels.
It's gonna shoot her right off that cliff.
So is she the original Manic Pixie Girl? The laser sparkles still. I got nothing. Makes no goddamn sense.
Baka apples! Hey!
Hey, welcome.
We are watching Crying Freeman.
And I'm about to switch. Last up.
We're on the last episode.
Aw, Chris, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you up.
If you want to join us in Discord, you're more than welcome.
Okay.
Pataroos.
Ooh. I think it's Pataru. Okay. Give me back my thing. Don't make me have to crash you again. Oh, really? Yep, I'm gonna do it again.
Yippee.
Okay. And we are go and share and where are you?
Bacabas.
Oh,
Welcome
somebody
to
came
the
in.
Discord. Let's turn you into a spark. Yay!
I'm gonna get tea. I'll be right back. Last up. Welcome, welcome.
Last episode.
We're in movie night. Aw, who's being cute?
But I definitely think that these last couple episodes is definitely the predecessor to modern day anime.
My bulletproof briefcases will protect me.
Mm-hmm. Because they will only shoot me in the chest. Random bullets flying in from everywhere. That's the only place those. Money. Money stops bullets. I could see that. I gotta go for the day clock. Oh, did you look up? Escape. Never mind. Too slow. He's an Eskimo.
Does Bill know her?
Of course, as soon as I walk away.
I am Gallstat, Sorcerer of Light.
When? Will.
So now when he approaches, we'll just take off.
Keep on going. Like you were gonna say something, but you didn't. And there they are again. We just drove around the block. Because we're in a car, we're faster than you walking. And the window rolls up. So long, suckers.
Unspent bullet casings in the trash. Yes.
Bullets. It's all about the bullets.
Oh, shit, that was up again.
The difference between him coming and he's here.
Yes.
Trying to turn the 108 against Freeman.
Isn't he like the boss?
Makes no sense.
Yeah, I know. That's in my head.
I mean, Chewbacca's a Wookiee. Living on Endor with a bunch of Ewoks. Doesn't make sense.
We own you.
The 108 Dragons use the Wookiee defense.
Nothing to see here, boys. Moving on.
These cars got good shocks. Can we hit something? I mean, are we stormtroopers or what?
I forget which episode it was, but I had a moment where I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be Star Trooper scene, isn't it?" Totally different. Holy cow! Some of these subs really are out there. No words for that.
The good news about it is his luck is about to run out. I mean, the good news is that all he has is bad luck, and it's about to
Yeah,
run out.
about to run out. It drives me crazy that these people don't understand that that is 100% silicon bounce right there.
I guess whoever they had to do the modeling.
I guess.
It's like one of those,
I just remember some of the events we went to that had models and they would be in the pool and you know right away. You knew. Hey, look, that logo looks kind of familiar. Wow.
Dun, dun.
Wow. Disconnect between subs and dub.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I didn't accidentally have turned on the other videos. I would have been talking about nothing else.
Yes, just kill him. It's that simple.
Why did we think of that years ago?
Freeman doesn't dirty his hands with B-rate mobsters.
And then.
And then
Random scene right there.
that's supposed to be the reflection in the window.
I,
That's what it was.
yes.
Oh, is that the plan? That is not a good plan.
Super genius.
That is actually a very bad
There's
plan.
just a random arm. There's
Yep.
where's
Totally
the
random.
at in all this?
That's just a wrong message to be sending.
Oh, good idea. Razors at the end of sandals.
Mm-hmm. Because that won't dull on brick or anything.
As you walk down the street.
Mm-hmm. Forget all the times you jam it into a stone wall. Ah, right, because they're all dull from hitting all the concrete. Genius!
I mean, who throws a shoe, honestly?
Hmm.
Run, Freeman, run!
Where's your fancy slippers now?
Poison!
Oh, don't. Too late. It won't be yours.
He's still wearing a garment. It's not gonna be him. He's not completely nude.
Yep.
Down the stairs we go.
Mm-hmm.
Spatial awareness fail.
Yep.
Yes, that's how.
I mean, this is the guy who reaches up and grabs a pipe on a whim, but
Yeah.
forgot the light was there.
Plausible deniability? No. Greenhorn.
Boom.
Or are you holding the gun like a sword?
She really has to go to the bathroom.
Is that why she's crossing her legs?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's dynamite.
That's what it says on the side. Boom.
Created by Nobel.
Aw.
Oh, my Ferrari has a window cracked. That's going to be $70,000 to replace.
No biggie.
Safe life repair, safe life replace.
Oh, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, honestly, who brings a sword to a gunfight?
Ugh. Paper real mask again. It's the same one. They just put towers in front of it this time. I weep for the difference between first to last. I just don't want to die. These are really like subtext, much more than actual translation sometimes. Really, dude? Overconfidence much? He's just like, I'm just so damn tired. Any day now. Little late here. Nice boat of soldiers you got there. Shame if something happened to it.
Yeah, there they are.
That ship's gonna make it ashore.
Right? Yeah, oh, right. Aw. Did he ruin your plan? Oh, that's got hot. Oh, it's getting serious. Took your jacket off.
Mm,
I don't know. That face looks pretty doubted. Maybe you should have brought more than one, darling.
Yeah.
Didn't cover your face, silly. I will cry for you.
Cry, cry, baby, cry.
Still works. I'll allow it. Let's get all metaphysical at the last minute.
Wait.
So,
You stink, but I love you.
I was more thinking, hello?
Waiting.
All talk, no action makes villain bad and dead boy.
That's what happens when you go up against a anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
This is different than when they're in the castle, because this is actually crumbling around them. The castle basically held all the way up until missiles
Yeah,
from the helicopter.
pretty much. Did we ever watch the live action?
We have not.
I'm almost afraid to now.
Uh,
I think there's a reason we never watched it, right?
I'm gonna give One Piece like credit.
Okay. Rando
Because
comparison.
One Piece is the first and now only anime translated live action that I think is watchable.
Oh, that's right. Another one you watched without me, bastard.
I would be definitely up for watching the live action of One Piece again.
Again. There's that word.
Again.
There's that word.
Again.
Speechifying.
They're both monologuing. They're competing who's got the better monologue.
That's why you're sweating.
I'm waiting for them to pull out the Uno reverse card.
Oh no.
No you. No you.
Still waiting.
I have to kill you.
There's no openings. I can't move forward.
It's just making me think of the
Of course, right as I say that, they do.
yes, but that's the joke too.
Well, that's in my brain.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. The title of the series just went out of my head.
Because he had to win. Didn't you read his freaking... Should have listened to his monologue before you had a sword in your brain.
Why would I parry a non-fatal sword wound?
Exactly. Know when a loss is acceptable. That scene, like 30 seconds ago, was the poor man's version of my favorite sword series.
Princess Bride?
Oh, you're lucky I don't want to break your brain.
Your favorite sword series?
What the heck did you think I said?
I thought you said or were saying scene. I'm freaking
No.
favorite sword series.
I don't know. We got a whole lineup of them that make pictures on the ends of their spines.
Are you talking Vagabond?
Yes. I said that.
You would consider Vagabond a sword? I guess it is a sword series.
What is the hero's main weapon? Anti-hero or not?
He's a hero. He's not an anti-hero.
But the standoff with him and his frenemy.
Yes. Well, that's because they had...
That was their poor man's version.
Yes, that is definitely
that.
a poor man's version because when you have like 20 years of history together before you have the final standoff.
Classic garbage ending. Never gets old.
You thought you were muted again? We can hear you.
No, I think he was agreeing with my garbage ending
Oh,
assessment.
Is this supposed to be the end of the whole?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chewing on my nails and stuff, thinking.
Oh yeah, no. The girls weren't coming in. None of that kind of stuff.
That was the ending.
Yes. Of this, yes. The actual. I know. You're allowed to laugh. It's okay. We do.
I'm a killer.
Yep. I accepted. I am at one with my inner enemy. Yes. And he doesn't even get to kiss the girl at the end.
Well, he kissed a lot of girls. Let's be realistic all the way through the
joke.
series.
You're killing me. You're killing me today. You're killing me.
He didn't save any. He didn't save any kisses for the end.
Why would they? They got too excited that they could actually show, like ball sacks and stuff all of a sudden. Because they were pushing the envelope. But yeah, the actual original is similar but different, and some parts are really hard to watch, but many are just pure. What was that word that I use for these? I can't think of it right now. Oh, thank you so much for hanging out with us and being patient with our less than brilliant snippy comments.
I had a lot of fun. I did.
Yeah. But the actual series is, I mean, artistically, it's just amazing to begin with. But
The manga is brilliant.
yeah,
I will say that.
it is. And I actually originally was introduced to this by a friend of mine. That of all things, we both were in a service organization. But he introduced me to the actual books, and at the time I had very little experience, and we're talking decades ago. Very little experience with anything from these genres, and it was unlike anything.
Yeah.
Okay, we can stop now.
We can stop now.
We don't have to listen to the silly gushy stuff at the end.
I don't think there is no after credit scenes, right?
I think there are bonus
Just-
chapters I think on this, but I'm not sitting through those right now.
Aw.
What was that, stranger? Come again, stranger?
Oh, there was something going on right there, but yeah.
But that's at the end of every video, though.
There was a scene happening right there, but
Yeah, that they have it at the end. Yeah, it's just all it is that it goes back to the beginning. Yeah, it goes back to the beginning where she does the whole "I don't want to die a virgin" thing, and they're having sex again, and it's him in the
Oh, that's right. You missed that part.
in the
of the
picture frame.
I just
Oh, that's
realized.
right. You were here for the very beginning of the actual video.
I missed the first half of the first.
That's why, because I was like going, oh yeah, this not really.
That's just a reboot.
When she witnesses him-
Essentially, what happens is they introduce the series with her, his lady, and she talks about how she witnessed the murder and the killer saw her and she knew he was going to come for her, but she did not want to die a virgin, and so she begs him. And of course it helps that he's hot, I'm sure, but she begs him to not let her die a virgin. So they have sex, and he decides he's not going to follow the creed, and instead he makes her his wife, and that's how the whole relationship. And in the actual books, their relationship is much deeper and a lot more going on. And all the other women sprinkled around the harem have their own bits that are both horrible and wonderful, depending. And there are definitely some things in the original that are very triggery. That is much worse than the one scene that is very, very brief. But for the most part, their relationship is a fundamental throughout.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still all, mafia violence and sex.
Yeah.
Mafia small M. Yakuza, really.
Yeah, Mafia Small M.
Yeah.
Well, like they're connected really to the Yakuza. And,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the reason I do the Mafia Small M thing now is because I fell into the rabbit hole of fan fiction writing, specifically for the BL genre, and I can't speak to other fandoms because I haven't really followed any of them. But if I see another Mafia CEO werewolf story, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because those three genres tangled together when it's not a school story or a teacher professor story. Oh my God. When I see anything else, it's like, fresh air, finally.
exactly.
And there definitely are certain pairings, especially within the Thai BL, that it seems that that's all they want to do is Mafia. It's definitely Mafia CEO, but Mafia CEO werewolf is also extremely prevalent, and it's the same crap all over again. It's as toxic as hell, and it's all the worst things about the BL genre, which is really not queer friendly, sadly. But there are good, boy writers, as they love to young eyes everybody.
And that's your genre, not mine.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like it.
Genres in general. It's because they were doing straight stuff forever in Asia, and then all of a sudden they started doing BLs, and it was hilarious to me because most of them are essentially just the same. In the beginning, they were the same high drama, romance, tragic, receiver, typically female, meets the rich guy and they live happily ever after. And then they started actually trying to make queer positive BL, that's a whole discussion for another day. And now they're trying to break into the GL, which to me, given my age, I see how BL is literally the modern day girl porn. Do you know what I mean? Except now girls are doing it with boys. It's completely unrealistic scenarios. The sex, most of these people have no idea what sex is actually like, especially sex that they don't have. It's so unrealistic. It's so ridiculous. And a lot
like
of
some of the scenes in Crying Freeman.
Yeah, I mean, to a point, but I mean, the mafia violence aspect. I mean, unless you're talking about the more recent like Kim Porsche and now they're even doing a couple others that it's very mafia, small M centric. I'm losing the thread. Stupid brain fog. But a lot of it is toxic garbage. But there are gems out there. There are people that are writing actual realistic, queer trauma dramas and things like that, where you can see where the writers are working through commercial. They're working through traumas of their own, and they're doing projection at times. And then there's that weird one-upmanship that I call it mockdrama because of the Korean aspect, but it's also telenova, high soap opera drama crap. It's literally brothers and crazy stuff like that. And it's utterly fascinating to me because some of the writers cannot get off the drama llama. They just keep making more and more ridiculous, scenarios that nobody should have, even want to think about living through. And then there's the ones where they kind of say, that was fine when I was 15 or 18 or 20. But there's some really awesome stories that I could be writing that are not just Mafia CEO werewolf. And it's, as a writer, as a former editor,
I find that most of them are very repetitive.
Well, yeah, I mean, and part of
like
it is because the way fan fiction works is people glom onto certain pairings. I mean, it's been that way since the Star Trek days. That hasn't changed. It's just different fandoms. I mean, there's a lot of fandoms that I have zero interest in because I don't like when people use the actors' real names I find that very disturbing on many levels, especially because of the whole shipping aspect, but whatever. And I am now going off in a direction that strangers probably like, man, when is she going to shut up? So I'm going to shut up about that.
We're gonna wrap this
Yeah,
up.
we're going to wrap this up because it's been a fascinating thing for me to be learning about and seeing what people are doing with it. So,
Good.
but
He's such a good.
I'm thank you. Even if you're lying, thank you. It's just fascinating to me because I love
It's
it when
good
the
stuff.
writers break out of the molds and they actually write and don't just copycat.
I completely understand.
Yeah. So, because fanfic is really a new thing for me. I've only been delving into this bizarreness for it's been just over a year now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just been fascinating.
And I've
from a writing perspective.
only delved into it. I've been with fandom forever, as far as I'm concerned.
But fandom and fanfics are not.
No. But I'm just saying, like, I've been with fandom for a very long time, and people have, written their own stories and had their own fan fictions. Were Star Trek and Star Wars, and Whovians and
everything under the sun.
all the things. Everybody was writing their own stories and their own.
And if the internet had been around when we were that age, I'm sure people would have been doing menudo, boy love, craziness and all that other stuff too. Who knows?
Yeah.
So it's for me, it's fascinating because I remember when you couldn't even talk about this stuff. You know what I mean? I remember
it was happening. It's just not as free.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and of course, there's also now we have the internet.
You brought up menudo, and I think it's funny because like that entire created band are all in the LGBT community, in all different aspects too. Not even just the G. So
and it's just it's to me, I have the perspective of look how far we've come.
I like that.
And like I said, and for some of these writers, they are working through their own traumas through their writing, which I can't fault them for. I've done it. God, I've got books and books and books of journals of stuff that I would never want to see the light of day. Just because I just couldn't figure out what else to do but write about it or make bad art about it or whatever. So,
Stranger, when are you streaming next?
Yeah, how can we promote you? Because you've been super awesome, sticking it out.
I love it.
So I'll take that as
no clue, man. To tell you the truth, I just haven't really been motivated to stream.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to get me to start doing this stuff forever, and I was like, no. But when we started doing the dwarf stuff, I was like, yeah, I'd like to play literature again because I've been trying to get him to play it again for years. So that's how he hooked me into it, and then now we're doing all these silly things on the side.
But you are definitely
go through all my stuff and reset everything up. I really.
You have an open invitation with me to collab anytime, just so you know.
Then if you need a sidekick, because I hate doing all the mechanicals. I'm lazy.
I know you had. I don't have Hogwarts, but I know you were doing the Harry Potter stuff for a while, and I enjoyed. Holy cow! So many people were doing it, and then I liked watching your streams because it was like a little more of like what was going on and stuff like that. And most people just followed the same path, and I like that you just went on your own.
Were you doing lore stuff or
doing your own thing with the Hogwarts? You became a wizard, and you learned how to become a wizard.
Much more in that game than people.
Oh, the actual game.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's no winter scene. There's no winter, and there's no. There was a whole fall season. If you stop the story, if you rush through the story, you skip a whole season and everything.
Yeah. So I loved what you were doing. I loved watching your streams when you were doing it. But like I said, I watched so many other people doing it.
I like.
You like?
We're on delay.
I know.
I like playing the games and seeing what actually the creators make and do. So sometimes I won't follow the story, and I'll go wander around and just see what little hidden gems the creators put in throughout the game.
Yeah, that was me with Lojo because we back when all these MMOs started sprouting up, we actually started with Guild Wars, and that's its own universe, like WoW is. So it wasn't anything that I was invested in prior, and it was really hard for us when Lojo came around because we did actually do the open beta, but we just couldn't do 2 MMOs. There just wasn't enough hours in the day, and when we did finally, it was Mines of Moria.
Mhm.
A friend of mine could not understand how me, the book nerd, was not playing this game. And Guild Wars was already starting to transition into whatever was going to be next. They were stopping the expansions. And they were just doing the clean slate. Let's jump forward in time, Guild Wars 2 thing. And then I was like, oh, guns? Yeah, it's weaponry, but this is not what I originally played that game for. And so my friend bought me the Mines of Moria expansion to get me hooked because he knew I love dwarves. Because that was the thing that pissed me off in beta was the way they handled the genders and things for dwarves. That's a sore spot for me with lore. So I was like, screw this game. We're just going to keep playing Guild Wars. And they were getting better, although they still have not put a passage between Thorin's Hall and the homestead so that you can stay below ground. Yeah. Don't get me started on dwarves. But then we found some really great communities. We were playing other races, and I wound up joining the Bounders. And the next thing I knew, I was running a chicken event every August, like a crazy person, which is still going, and just did 14 years this year.
14 years.
14 years. 14 years an event I started 14 years ago. Month of the Chicken. Swear to God. This crazy little hobbit said, hey, we have all this chicken stuff in game. Why don't we make a month? Because August used to be a slow month because they didn't have a lot of festivals back then. We had Spring Festival, we had Spring, Winterfest. They didn't have Winter Home yet.
No.
Which is a separate area.
And the festivals were all the same events.
Yeah, and the festivals had a lot of repeatables. So, like, you had the horse races that were only open during the 3 or 4 festivals they had. So back then, there really wasn't much going on, but they had this. Have you ever played Lotro?
Lord of the Rings Online?
Give him a second. Delay.
No, I wanted to, but no.
Okay, then I have to tell you why Chicken Month. In Lord of the Rings, a dev, bless them, decided that they would have a chicken session play. So when you go to Sanson's farm, you can do these quests involving Sanson's chickens, and when you finish the first quest round, you become a chicken. And you are running around Middle-earth as a level 1 chicken. You can't, we did figure out a way to level, but we're not going to get into that. That's a whole other discussion. But you're essentially a level 1 chicken, and you have no defenses except fainting. And that doesn't last very long. So what people started doing, because there were deeds, and of course, people love deeds and they love special titles. So we used to organize, the players in general, not just the folks that I got to know, but they would do what was known as, helping people get their chicken titles. So people who were not on a chicken would play their regular higher level characters to make sure the chicken wouldn't get killed by a beast in the landscape. And they just kept adding all this chicken stuff. And originally, the Month of the Chicken was just helping people do all of the quests, because there's a lot, and the last one is very, very time consuming for this title Crosser of Roads. And it's very difficult to keep a chicken alive the entire time. And it takes hours, 6 hours minimum, to get this thing done. So I said, we could do a whole bunch of stuff, to do the mini quests along the way, and then at the end of the month, we'll do the Crosser of Roads. So anybody that wants, to get the title for whatever alt we can help them get it because it'll be a concerted effort. And there was another player, Rosalind. She had already like mapped out the chicken runs, like here's how you can do them easiest. She had this whole thing. And so, we call her Mama Hen because of it. And so I had built onto the idea that we would do an organized effort because there didn't used to be another event in August. It was like that weird dead month before people would go back to school or whatever, but people always had nothing to do in August, kind of thing. And so this is on the Landerville server, which is role playing courage. So like a lot of the bands and stuff were very active there. And so there's a regular band night that's one of the oldest that's still running called Ales and Tales. And like I approached the kin that runs it, and I said, hey, would you mind doing one Ales and Tales in August that's a chicken theme? So they decided to do Quails and Tails. So that was their contribution. And then we did Fish and Chicks night where we would go to Overhill in the Shire where there's a fishing area because you could fish in the game like so many of the games. And we would cook fish dishes because they're consumables, like the usuals for healing and whatever. And there's a campfire there, so most of the fish dishes were all cookable at the campfire. So we would have somebody cooking the entire time. So if somebody gave a bunch of fish, you could give them the cooked results back. And we would make chicken stuff too because it was Fish and Chicks. That was the joke. So we had the Fish and Chicks night. We had Quails and Tails at the beginning. We were doing all of the preliminary quests for Crossroad of the Roads, which is like, I think 8 quests. I don't even remember offhand anymore. So it literally turned into an entire month of at least 2 or 3 times a week. There was some kind of a chicken thing going on. And they kept adding more chicken stuff to the point where they did the fall festival. So now you can earn like a golden chicken statue for inside your house. Like there were all these things. And then of course they did like an Easter chicken event. So that's part of the spring festival now where you pick up eggs and you don't want to pick up the rotten eggs. You get cast and stuff. So like all these things just kept getting added for chickens. And it just became its own thing. And this little event that everybody was like, you're crazy, but okay, let's do this, has now become an annual thing for 14 years. So yeah, and I haven't even been part of it every year because sometimes like we were moving in August because we moved around a lot over the years, so I've actually missed entire months. This year I didn't go at all. I missed everything this year. So it's just fascinating to me, this silly little, one-off event, month has turned into this 14-year long streak. And I'm so proud and shocked and amazed at all the people who loved it enough to keep it going so much. I'm so indebted to all of them. So, but you haven't lived until you've been a level 1 chicken. You just haven't. It is the wackiest experience because you can't talk to people who are not chickens. So there's this whole coordination that we used to do through like Discord, well before Discord, TeamSpeak, and whatever. But yeah, so that's yes, I love chickens so much.
We are doing Lotra every Friday.
Now we switched to Friday because Thursdays kept being that day. Yeah. So we're doing.
And you are more than welcome to join us.
And Lotra is free to play. But you can always just watch us make fools of ourselves. And if we know you're going to watch, we can even do a special chicken, just so you can see how crazy it is.
Yeah. We will eventually. We're not at the chicken stage yet because we're.
But we could be because we left the Shire because we decided to do the winter Christmas stuff, the Yule stuff, this week. But yeah, so if you ever want to, you just have to download the game because you can be a chicken for free.
Yes.
Is hilarious, and there's tons of videos. So if you ever go to like YouTube or whatever and just look for chicken videos, you'll be like, "Oh my god, this is insane."
You are more than welcome.
It's
insane. Always more than welcome.
Yeah. So, because I love Lotra, I love playing Lotra, and ever since we bought the house, I just haven't had the time to play because I was super playing it. Yeah. MMO. I don't shut up. I'm sorry.
The MMO I've been playing lately is Last Epoch. It's actually not even officially out yet. It's officially out in February.
Oh, okay. I just got the beta for another to join another game called Skull and Bones.
I hate to ask, is it a pirate game?
It's a pirate game where you're on a pirate ship and doing things like
I
that.
got the beta for that too. I haven't started yet.
Yeah.
Is that through Steam?
So I'm gonna probably do something like that. And if you want to join me, I would love to do a first look at it. It can be on Steam, but if you get a beta for it,
It's only a 6-hour beta.
yeah, it's only 6 hours. That's what I was told.
But yeah, I am totally the kind of person who will just go around and Lodra is so full of Easter eggs now. You can do that. You can just say, screw the quest line. I don't want to be a hero. I want to find out where the guy and his horse are hiding today. That's a quest line. That's actually deeds. It requires no fighting.
For now,
Well, I mean, it depends on what level you are, but
we are going to find somebody wonderful to
yes, we
raid.
should raid. But please do keep in touch. If you are on Blue Sky, I am Figgy on Blue Sky and connected to Q. So please do feel free to follow me, and you know, you can, since there's no DMs, and you can also DM me on Discord and whatever, and have fun together. Anytime.
Definitely, and you're on the Discord now, so everything's good. I'm just gonna try to make this more active with Discord.
I had a blast today, so.
Who we got?
If I get in the game, I'll throw a message out in Discord.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I see Shoko's on.
Are we gonna raid?
We're gonna raid. Are we being invaded?
I can't stop saying that. I know it's old school WoW, but before it was WoW, when it was still Warcraft.
Let's say hi to Shoko,
We're going on a raid.
who is lovely.
Thank you again so much, and
And is
definitely
just
please
chatting
don't be a
as well.
stranger,
Yeah,
even though you are a stranger.
stranger, don't be a stranger.
I want you to not be you. I'm kidding.
Thank you everybody. Thank you everybody who's lurking
Still
and
lurking.
having fun and
Yes.
everything like that. I had a complete and total blast today.
Which
this
was the whole point. We all need
so
a
much
break.
fun, and I just kind of goofing around for 6 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and it was lots and lots of fun. I hope you guys had fun too. And we
Yes.
will definitely do another movie night sometime. We will pick something
Maybe not
else.
6 hours though.
Maybe not 6 hours, but it depends. So let's
Take
go
a
say
breath.
hi and send our love to Shoko.
Shoko,
She's
Shoko,
wonderful.
raid.
Yay, Shoko Raid.
Here we go.